everybody, it's Miss Marie, and today for story time we are going to be visiting outer space. We're going to see some stars and some planets and some aliens, and we are going to be like the astronauts. So get ready to climb into your rocket ship and count down with me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off! All right, our first book for the day is going to be How to Catch a Star by Oliver Jeffers. Oliver Jeffers, this is his first book, but now he is a very popular author who's written and illustrated many books, including he's the illustrator of The Day the Crayons Quit, which I know everybody knows and loves. But this is his first book. It was published by Philomel Books. How to Catch a Star. Once there was a boy, and the boy loved stars very much. Every night, the boy watched the stars from his window and wished he had one of his very own. He dreamed of how this star would be his friend. They would play hide and go seek together and take long walks together. The boy decided he would try to catch one. He thought that getting up early in the morning would be best, because then the star would be tired from being up in the sky all night. The next day he set out at sunrise, but he couldn't see a star anywhere, so he sat down and waited for one to appear. Can't really see the stars during the day. They're there, but you just can't see them. He waited and he waited and ate lunch. Boy, so he's been waiting a long time. And waited, and after dinner, he waited some more. Finally, just before the sun was about to go away, he saw a star. Oh, look at his smile. He's very happy. The boy tried to jump and grab it, but he could not jump high enough. So very carefully he climbed to the top of the tallest tree he could find, but the star was still just out of reach. He thought he might lasso the star with the life preserver from his father's boat, but it was much too heavy for him to carry. Good old-fashioned life preservers are pretty heavy. I don't think it would have left anyway. If only he could fly up in a spaceship and just grab the star, but the only spaceship he owned was made of paper, and it didn't fly very well. Oh. Perhaps he could get a seagull to help him fly up into the sky and reach his star. But the only seagull he could find didn't want to help. Look, he's trying to show the seagull. Look, if you grab onto my shirt and you fly me up to that star, it'll be great. The seagull doesn't even look up. The boy worried he would never catch a star. Just then he noticed something floating in the water. It was the prettiest star he'd ever seen, just a baby star. It might have fallen from the sky. Look, what is it? It's a reflection in the water, right? Let's see. He tried to fish it out with his hands, but when the boy reached out to touch the star, it just rippled through his fingers. Oh, star, can't catch it. Now the boy was sad, but in his heart, the wish just wouldn't give up. Slowly he began walking home. I see a shooting star there. That's when they seem to fall out of the sky, but I don't think that's what's going to happen. Let's see. And that's when he saw it washed up on the bright golden sand. You see the star? What kind of stars wash up on the sand? The boy had caught a star of his very own. And there they are. image, just like he dreamed of. Do you think it's a real star? Or is it a star that comes from the ocean? What are those called? Do you know? Starfish. And there's the boy and his star reading together at the end of the book. And that is the end. And I thought that was a very, very nice story about stars and friendship and dreams. I really like that one. So next up in our stories about space and stars and planets, I have Zoom, Rocket Zoom by Margaret Mayo, illustrated by Alex Aliff. And there's these fun end papers, really colorful, with astronauts and various space vehicles. And this is published by Walker and Company. And I love looking at these planets and stars here. It's so colorful. Let's get ready for some space adventure. Mighty rockets are good at zooming. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and liftoff. Launching. Whoom! Up they go, zooming, blasting into space. I love when they count backwards for the blast off. It's very exciting. Smart astronauts are good at guiding. At the controls, watching and waiting, then pow! Booster rocket firing, traveling deep in space. There we are, inside the rocket. Lunar modules are good at tricky moon landings. They leave the spaceship, swooping, descending, spidery legs ready for, bam, safe landing, touching down in space. And that's a lunar module that will take pictures on the planet or the moon. Excited astronauts are good at moonwalking, bouncing, bounding, whoops, no falling, scooping up moon rocks and carefully collecting. They can work in space, but because there's less gravity, they seem to float and bounce, right? I bet that's really fun. Moon buggies are good at rolling, round wheels turning, soft dust gripping across the humpy, lumpy moon, bumpity bumping, exploring up in space. Space shuttles are good at big load moving, up they hurtle, booming, thundering, dock at a space station for fast unloading, carrying tools in space. Cool space shuttle. Space stations are good for living and working. A place for eating, sleeping, studying, and whoopee, weightless somersaulting. A home while deep in space. And there the astronauts are living in a space station. And they still float. Can't really stay on the ground too long. Bold astronauts are good at spacewalking with arms waving, almost dancing, on the job, rebuilding and repairing, working hard in space. Ooh, they're connected though. See how they're connected to the ship. Space satellites are good at around the Earth orbiting, taking pictures for weather forecasting, signals, flying, whiz TVs, receiving, circling around in space. There's the satellite going around the Earth, recording all kinds of information and sending information. Robot spacecraft are good at speeding. Powered by the sun, they keep on flying, reaching distant planets and even landing, whizzing through deep space. There goes a robot spacecraft. So there's no people on that. Robot rovers are good at roaming. They travel over Mars, searching, exploring, wild winds measuring, red deserts finding, discovering in space. And there's a rover rolling along on Mars. And that really does happen. And they take pictures and information recorded and send it back to Earth for astronauts and other scientists to look at. When night has come and the moon shines bright, reflecting back our sun's great light, explore the stars and search the sky and watch for satellites gliding by. I wonder how you would know. Maybe they move differently than stars. Maybe they flash. I'm not sure. Pretty neat though, and that's the end. And there's some of those cool pictures again on the end papers with lots of color. And that was a really fun book. Zoom, Rocket, Zoom. I really enjoyed that one and learned a lot. I hope you did too, about what goes on in outer space, what scientists and astronauts do when they're out there looking for information. Now, one thing I know they're not going to probably see, but it's still fun to talk about or do songs about, are some aliens. And so we're going to have a fun little rhyme today called 5 Little Aliens. It's actually a song. And the tune is to 5 little ducks went out one day. All right? But first we're going to start with 1. One little alien went out one day upon a rocket ship to play. She had such enormous fun that she called for another alien to come. So how many do we have? 1, 2. 2 aliens went out one day upon a rocket ship to play. They had such enormous fun that they called for another alien to come. Well, I'll put another one on there. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3. Can you show me 3 fingers? Good job. Here we go. 3 aliens went out one day upon a rocket ship to play. They had such enormous fun that they called for another alien to come. So how many will we have then if we add one more? 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you show me 4 fingers? Good job. Here we go. 4 aliens went out one day upon a rocket ship to play. They had such enormous fun that they called for another alien to come. So if we add another one, how many are we going to have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 aliens. Are you ready? 5 aliens went out one day upon a rocket ship to play. I'm glad to say, it flew away. Whoosh. And that was the end of a perfect day. There they go. That was a silly, silly rhyme about 5 aliens coming out to play on a rocket ship. How about I teach you a song about the rocket ship? All right, are you ready? It goes like this. And we have some hand motions that go with it too. You ready? Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. If you'd like to take a trip, climb aboard my rocket ship. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off! Very good. Let's try one more time. You ready? Here we go. Let's do it together. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. If you'd like to take a trip, climb aboard my rocket ship. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off! Oh, I see a lot of little rocket ships blasting off out there today. That was so much fun. I hope you had a good time with me today. If you picked up a craft bag at the library, please stick around. We're going to be making a sand art rocket craft today. If not, I will see you next week. Bye. Okay, if you picked up a craft bag at the library, this is what the packet looks like for the craft that we're going to be making today. And you probably will need some scissors to open up the plastic baggies and maybe some newspaper so you don't get the sand all over the floor. All right, so I'm going to cut open my sand art kit. I love sand art. It's really, really fun and so easy and so colorful. So we'll put our little, and now what you're gonna do is, here, I'll hold it so you can see mine. Mine is a star. I think there might be some different shapes in there. Mine's a star, a big star with a smiley face and some planets and some other smaller stars. So what you might wanna do is decide kind of where you'd like to put the colors, which colors you wanna go where. So I'm gonna start with, I think I'm gonna maybe try this purple. So I'm going to peel off the stickers. There they are. The yellow part is a sticker, and underneath it is sticky stuff. So I'm gonna pull off and the parts that I want to get the sand on, and I'm going to leave behind the parts that I don't want to get the sand on. So right now, I'm just gonna do purple right down here, and the sticky parts will get some purple sand on them. And here's where you're gonna have your grown-up help you cut open the little baggie of sand. And you can hear the sand hitting my piece of paper here. That's okay, that's why I put it there. So now I'm gonna sprinkle. I'm gonna sprinkle this purple sand around. And it's also a good thing about having this like this is that I can go, having the paper underneath my project, is that I can go like this and shake the extra onto there. And then I can decide if I want to put any more around like this. I can pick it up and sprinkle it on. Or I can even go up here now and see if there's any other places I would like to use this purple. So maybe I'll do the eyes as purple that are in my big star. So I'm just going to peel off the part of the sticker. So now I have the white part sticking out, and I can put some purple in there. I like that. Maybe, let's see, where else can I do a little more purple? Maybe I'll do some stripes on this planet in purple. How about that? So I'm going to sprinkle some more. Something else you could do if you have another piece of paper is you could fold this paper up like this and pour the leftover purple onto the planet again, and then go like this. And you see how that stuck, and I had that little, I still have purple left over. And since I really like purple, I'm thinking maybe I'll do a star over here, purple too. When I'm thinking I'm all done, I'm gonna probably get my garbage can and dump the rest of that purple sand into the garbage can so that my newspaper is clear again. Okay. Probably should have told you to bring the garbage can over. Let's dump that extra purple into the garbage. All right, now I'm ready to move on to another color. I'm gonna go with some orange. That's that. You see how easy it is? It just takes some time and some patience, and it comes out really, really nice. I didn't use up my white because I just didn't think it would show up enough on there, but you can use it. I didn't use all my red either. I just wanted touches of red. You do however you want. It's your project, and have fun, and I will see you next week. Bye.